Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So I want to talk about providing for women. Providing for women. And I don't try to act like I'm perfect, so I'm gonna give the mistake that I look at it like that I made in the whole situation. First of all, you gotta understand this about providing for people in general, whether it's woman, entourage, kids, in some cases, whoever, your parents. This is how it worked with most people in 2024. The minute you can no longer provide what you've been providing, or it changes, like, remember, we done been through, like, in my marriage, I went through like 3 recessions. I went through the subprime. I had a subprime during the subprime. Like right when people first start getting subprime, adjustable rate mortgages. I had one. And my mortgage started out as $507. On the first house I got, I still had the same company, but on the second house, they tried to jack it up on me almost double. But I look at it like, one reason why you need to focus on providing for yourself and not these women. Now, if they're deserving, while they're deserving, we got to say while, because they change so much, I don't see a problem with it. Like, you don't have kids with a woman and then just think she gonna go through. I don't think it's fair for you to think she gonna go through a pregnancy, then just go right back to work and stuff like that. You gotta give her time to bond with the kid, all that, right? But here's the mistake I made. The mistake I made is I got away from who I am as far as making money. I shouldn't have never did that. I tried to become the person other people thought I should be, and it failed, because that's not how I make money. Like, that's not the mentality. It was a whole different mentality, everything. Like me, I always looked at 9 to 5s as a stepping stone, something to use and something to be a part of the equation, not the equation. When I tried to make it the equation, that's when I was broke. And it's like now, like, yeah, I gotta put some stuff on hold because of some personal things going on. But once I get past all this, I'm gonna get back to who I was and watch how it work out. As long as I'm healthy, as long as I'm safe, as long as don't nothing happen, as long as them peoples don't change the economy into full socialism. Oh yeah, that's the mistake I made. I should have kept going about my business the way I know how. Not trying to be like nobody's father, not trying to be like my father. I should have just kept going about it the way I know how. Now, what I was supposed to do is take the principles I learned out there in the street and bring them over here and do things legitimate. You know, you don't let nobody change rules, though, that's gonna benefit them and not you. Rules is made to be broken. I look at it like, if I'm not breaking God's rules, then guess what? You fighting dirty, I'll fight dirty back. You fight dirty, I'll fight dirty back. So, as far as providing for women, like, I don't see the point of being. I think that the people who say level yourself up first, I agree with them. But I don't. Where I disagree is that you do nothing while you going up. Nah, man, because now you're trying to make everything about money. You know, these women today are not worth spending all that you have on them or waiting to deal with them, because this should be recreational use only until proven otherwise, until proven to be more, and that takes a while. So you don't not play until you get the ball. You play with a ball. If it's a ball in play, you play the game. You don't wait till it's your ball. Like that. I mean, that's what some people be trying to say. But of course, people gonna say that once they get up there. It was a whole different set of rules before they was up there. It's like now they trying to tell you don't deal with no women when they was dealing with them when they was broke. I don't agree with not dealing with them. I just think that the way things are now, you gonna have an easier time with them the more you have. The more I just sent my son a message. I sent it to both of them. I said, when you shop here, you ain't really got to say nothing. I was talking about Saks Fifth Avenue. I was on their site. I said, when you shop here, you really ain't got to say nothing. Like you ain't gonna be as reliant upon game as a person that got nice glasses, wear nice hats, they clean, good shoes, got a little money, you present money, you got a nice car. You ain't gonna have to say as much. You still gonna have to say something, but you ain't gonna have to say as much. Yeah, and you still gonna have to stand on that. Whether you're a trick or you somebody a recreational use only or whatever you are, you still gonna have to at least know how to talk somewhat. So time is 12. Yeah, providing for useful women, providing for unicorns, providing for these women. This was crazy, man. And somebody else was saying this too. I forgot who it was. Shoot, who was it? See, I don't like taking people credit, but they were saying the same thing. That these women want to be courted, taken out on dates and stuff like that after they done slept with 50 men. If you done slept, if you got a high body count, or even if you got let's say you got a low penetration count, let's just start separating the counts. Because oral sex, getting fingered, all that stuff is body count too. So let's say you got a low penetration count, but you've been dealing with a lot of dudes through your years. So you still got a high body count. It's gonna be the same result with you. You're gonna be a woman that secretly wants attention from men. And it's gonna show in your behavior. So we don't let women determine their own value. We determine it. You determine. It's your money. You can spend it how you want to spend it. Like if you want to trick off on women, it's your money. You got that right. You earned that right for yourself. Me personally, it's recreational use only until proven to be more. Yeah, I'll pay for a date, maybe even a second date with a person that you like. But that we should keep trying to go out, and I'm vetting her, I'm watching her, I'm watching her actions, her interactions. A lot of them, that third one, we going 50-50. I'm not finna keep paying for all your date. That third date, each one of us would pay for ourselves. And that fourth date, you paying for it. You can't pay for it, you don't need to be out here on the date. That's me. That's how I look at it. I'm not finna get juiced up, squeezed like a lemon. It ain't happening. Because one of the things with me is I wouldn't expect a woman to provide. But if you gonna be, if I'm in a relationship with a chick, then she gonna, like from my experiences, I had to learn this the hard way. She gonna pay for something. She gonna bring something to the table on a whole lot of different fronts. And she gonna do it with gladness, or guess what? She ain't gonna deal with me. Now here's the thing. I know I'm better than most of these guys. I just am. They're not on my level. Like, a lot of these dudes is not on my intelligence level. They're not on my level as a man. Like this, y'all should have saw what he just did. I come to realize that some of these dudes is drive like they do because they betas and they simps. They got to get their machismo somehow. So worthwhile, we'll just start calling them worthwhiles. You should only be in relationships with unicorns and worthwhile. Now, what is a worthwhile? I'm gonna talk about it today. But a worthwhile is somebody that likes you, respects you, that's loyal to you, that's faithful to you, that might not be no virgin. That might not, depending on you and what you want to deal with, might have a couple buddies. But they respect you, they know how to treat you, so on and so forth. And they good in the bed and with the head. You know? So you make them, you have the chart, you have the recreational use. If they more than recreational use, you make them a concubine. If they worth keeping that concubine status, you call them a worthwhile. I guarantee you most of them ain't gonna make it that far. If you know what you're looking at and what you're looking for, most of them ain't gonna make it that far. See, me, when I was young, I just, you know, ever since I had that situation in the subway, waiting for the Amtrak, I just was wanting to change the way I was doing things. But don't let your desire to change cause you to move too fast. Don't move too fast. The Most High is going to be 100% patient with you, and he has 100% knowledge and wisdom. He knows how these women are. So there ain't no need for you to rush into no marriage, rush no relationship. Ain't no need. I'm telling you. If you want to do it right by him, you get on your knees with this chick. If she agrees to be your concubine, and you say, this is my concubine, I'm accepting her as a concubine, then you could have sex. You gotta make her mean something. The Most High is all about covenant. A covenant can be broken though. So if she start tripping on you and start trying, look, she's not there to rule or run you in any way. And here's another thing, like I was just watching Coach Greg Adams and the woman was on there talking about 50-50. And what she was saying, I agree with too. He agreed with it, I agree with it. But here's my spin on it. That's why if you got to go 50-50, and this is what Coach Greg said, you got to go 50-50, don't get in no relationship with these chicks. Because you got to be the ruler. You got to lead them. As far as they concerned, y'all on the same level. So now you don't put the devil in your relationship. You got to be more of the provider than her. And if she is, you make sure she understands that, look, you might make money more, but you gonna respect me as the leader of this house and as the man, and if you don't, we can end it. The minute she start disrespecting you in any way or trying to undermine you or override you, you dump her. I wouldn't care if she made $1 million a year and I was only making 60,000. I would still dump her. Like, you ain't finna run me and put the devil all in this mix. That's where Adam messed up. See, Adam was the dominant one, but he made Eve, he basically, that was the first attempt at 50-50. Eve wasn't supposed to be telling Adam nothing. That garden, she was put there to help. She wasn't put there to lead Adam. And that's where he messed up. That's where he messed up. So, in terms of providing, you know, before you even, first of all, should no woman be moving in with you without, like I call it the worthwhile side of it. At least she got to be past concubine. She got to be worthwhile. Possible marriage, possible wife. No marriage license, of course, but you have a ceremony, you get it notarized, and you go from there. You have it plain as day. Nobody, no courts, nothing. We coming in this way. This how it's going to end, blah, blah, blah. And it's not changing. Put irrevocable. Put the word irrevocable on there. So, but why would y'all even want to get married? Look, man. I'm telling you. Yo wang dang doozy. Y'all be thinking it's because you getting older. A lot of y'all wang dang doozy don't be hanging like that because you ain't getting enough. The blood gonna stay there if it's in use frequently. But a lot of these women, they gonna shut you down, man. Like, I be seeing them like, this how it's supposed to be. And I'm gonna make a video about that if I can remember. When a woman is young and reaches middle age, that's when she should be treating you like a king, giving you all the sex, everything, no mouth, just not tripping at all. Because when she gets old and can't do it, why would you stay with her if she been treating you? This is why these dudes be cheating on them. That's not the answer. Like, when she start tripping on you, you should have left, or you should have let her know what you doing. Like, look, I'm not finna just have one woman. I'm gonna treat you the best, or you gonna be up there. I'm gonna treat you good, but you ain't gonna be the only one. These dudes want to sneak around like children. Like children. That's where y'all messing up at. Tell them the truth and let them make a choice. And you got one of them crazy chicks, you better Jesse James her. She try to pull out a gun on you. Pow! No, I'm just kidding. Oh man. I have a 3 steps and draw. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, y'all, I know y'all want to shadow ban me and censor me. It's okay. You don't want no real leaders on here. I get it. I'm only kidding. Now, so, but providing, man, here's what I learned too. That 100%, I wouldn't advise it. Make them pay something. And here's why. Because when things change, they gonna sit there and expect you still to do everything, and they not gonna want to lend no helping hand. They should want to lend a helping hand, but they not gonna want to. And some of them, this what some women do. While y'all dudes talking about 100%, this what some women do. That ain't gonna stop them from nagging. That ain't gonna stop them from flirting with dudes online, Facebook, social media. That ain't gonna stop them from flirting around with their neighbor in some cases. Some of y'all wives, when you go, her and that dude next door to you be at the fence for hours. What they got to talk about? So it ain't, you not guaranteeing yourself nothing by paying 100%. And if you think you are, you misled, you misinformed. I paid 100% for years. In fact, before the trouble was hitting like that, that's when the emotional thing happened. Like, that's when I was still at the other job, overtime, never running out of money, everything. When that happened. So I'm not trying to hear nothing about the times where I was falling off and coming up, and look, man, that stuff happened before I fell off. And who's to say that that's the only one? That's the one that I knew about. I don't know. I'm not going to accuse. It don't matter at this point anyway. But that's the one I knew about. So I don't want to hear nothing about this money stuff, man. Go ahead, get the money, get as much money as you can. But that don't guarantee you nothing with these women. And some of y'all look like suckers paying these women that's dealing with all these different dudes. But you do look like a sucker, but listen, the way these women are, I understand. I do. Like, what else you gonna do? Go without sex? No, don't do that. Don't do that. So I'm not the one to criticize the dude, because a lot of dudes who choose the trick, they don't have to. So I'm not going like I seen dudes on YouTube criticizing guys who choose that route. You choosing to deal with another woman's emotion, another guy is choosing to deal with her body. Which one is going to be less time consuming? Which one is going to be cheaper? Man, this is a no-brainer. That's why it don't make sense for the guy who pays for it directly to criticize the guy who deals with the emotion, and it don't make sense for the guy who chooses to deal with the emotion to criticize the guy who chooses to pay for it. They both just choices. Like, y'all just choosing. Neither one of y'all 100% right. You writing some stuff, he writing some stuff. It don't make sense for you to argue. Just do what works best for you. But from my vantage point, somebody that's been married longer than any of you dudes, I haven't seen one yet. 100% don't guarantee you nothing. And 50%, I wouldn't advise, because then she gonna think you already gonna have to deal with them elevating themselves, trying to tell you what to do with 100%. If you too nice to them. So, why would you go 50 when you're going to have to deal even more severely with some of their actions than you would if at 100%? Both of them, you're going to be dealing with them. But 50%, no way. I'm never going 50. 50-50. If I got to go 50-50, I'm going to go ahead and rough it 100% by myself. Just like if I got to go 100% and I start coming up short and a person don't want to help you, I'm going to rough it by myself. When I started having financial problems, I was getting criticized severely. Still am. I was told basically that I should have kept that job that was putting me at risk in a variety of ways. When I look back at my 20s, 21, 22, I never had to force myself to work a job. Look, that's how you know you being somebody totally different. If you start out a hustler, see, that little keeping a job that's not beneficial that ain't who I was. And that's why I always quit. I always, like when the job get out of control, I quit. Like, my attitude is, I'm not finna be stressing out just to get this little money. I'm gonna figure out how to get money more than this money. People don't be knowing how time work. And these women, they don't want to deal with that. But it's pimping if a woman is pushing you. You should be doing it, but she not helping you. That's the equivalent of a pimp not going for it. I learned my lesson with that. If I need your help, you gonna help me, or you ain't gonna be around. You ain't gonna criticize me because all this stuff going on around me, ups and down. Prices always rising, but not wages. You ain't gonna criticize me over that. Listen, there's very little criticism that a man should even accept from a woman. Very little. But that's my take on this provision and providing for women. You shouldn't be providing for no woman who's not going to help you if you need it. I don't care if it's your mama, your sister, your grandmama, your aunties. If they wouldn't help you when you need it, I wouldn't be going out of my way to help them. Let them fall on their mother-sucking face. All y'all might not agree with me. But this is what I'm telling you. And this is how I'm living going forward, man. That's why good luck to a woman that want to be around me like that. You're going to have to prove it. I'm not going to change who I am. I've never been, I was back, the difference back in the day, I was lying to him. You ain't got to worry about me lying to you or any of that. If you don't prove yourself, trust me, it ain't going to be your worry. It's not. And I am the vet champion. And if you don't answer my questions or you don't behave accordingly, I'm not going to talk to you anyways. For what? Y'all, listen to me when I tell you. There are so many women. You being like the dude with the one talent, only trying to have one. Now, if that's what you want, no, ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you letting them force you into that bug still in here, thought I killed him. I'm gonna try not to kill him. Let me let him live. If you get out on your own, you can live, man. Come here. Oh, you wanna run? Nah, you ain't finna be in here. These women is like this bug. I didn't invite him. You gotta go, man. Recreational use only with this bug. You gotta go, man. Look how you fighting. I'm gonna kill you, man. Then he flew on me. Yeah, get on out of here, man. Y'all get what I'm saying? He invited himself. Now look at him. He's still on my car, waiting for me to open the door. This bug acting like one of these modern women. I wonder, can I squirt him with the windshield wiper fluid? You not wanted, man. Get out of here, man. There's plenty other cars to be on. But anyway, thanks for watching. If anybody has any questions, comments, and make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all sharing the content. It definitely helps in the algorithm. Make sure y'all doing it. Y'all who believe in me, give somebody else a chance to see it. You know, and also shame these other YouTubers that I know I'm better than them, but they try to act like because they higher in the algorithm that they better than me. I hear some of the stuff some of y'all be saying. I know I'm better than you. But I ain't gonna compare myself to these guys. Some of them I actually like. But look, the women come talking that 100% stuff like that. Oh, well, if you want me to do this, you want me to do that. No. You know what I want from you?